Hey everyone, this time we are heading out to the Al-Avir desert in Emirates, located about 35 kilometers from Dubai city center. It is famous for camel breeding and agriculture, but it's also a top spot for dune basing and quad biking. I cannot wait to show you around this amazing desert landscape. Let me show you where we are going on the map. The Al-Avir desert is a quite distance from the city, and we will driving through the vast sandy areas. Because of the tough terrain, we are rented off-road SUVs, so we jumped into our cars and set off for this exciting desert voyage. Our journey begins in a different part of the city, surrounded by skyscrapers built in the last few decades. Unlike the last time when I was on the top of Burj Khalifa, where the city looks spread out, here the buildings are densely packed. Those white cars you can see a part of our tour group. The highlights here are massive, with up to 18 lions in some places. As we leave the city, the surroundings start to change. The area becomes more barren with just a few plants and yellowish dunes. The landscape is mostly flat, covered with sparse buildings. I often rewatch footage from this part of the trip because it's so calm and meditative. As we near our first stop, the environment turns a bit greener, but these trees are all planted and maintained through the irrigation. The road eventually turns into sandy paths, and this is where regular cars can't go any further, so we are glad to be in SUV jeeps. The road here is flat and straight, but soon it will become steep and winding. The plants have changed into scattered bushes and the sky is crystal clear, perfect for capturing stunning footage. Now the real adventure begins, dune bashing. At this point there is no visible road, just GPS road on the driver's app. The car goes up and down, swaying left and right, and sometimes feels like we might tip over. The sand here is so fine that everything sinks, so the cars have wide tires to handle it. Roads are difficult to build because their dunes are always shifting, and the wind quickly covers everything in sand. Those small red markers we see are used to recover the road after strong winds. Here is our second stop, right in the middle of what feels like a sandy ocean. The sand is soft, dry and very fine. There are almost no plants, just bits of grass and small bushes. We didn't have much time to explore, but even short walk away from the group shows just how vast and empty this place is. As the sun dips below the horizon, the air starts to cool rapidly. That's a key feature of desert climates, hot during the day and cool at night. With no ocean nearby to moderate the temperature, the shift is quick and noticeable. It is fascinating how near the ocean, temperatures stays more consistent between day and night. But here, the difference is sharp. Another interesting thing is how sun isn't as blinding as it sets. You can even film without special filters. Just look at this footage. It is stunning. The second stop is over and we are on the move again. The road ahead is dotted with dry, resilient bushes. Some of these plants have roots that reach over 30 meters down to find the water. The flora is changing and we are starting to spot wild raw deer. It's amazing how these animals are not afraid of humans. They even come close to the vehicles. Check this out, this close-up shot from 20 meters away. We are near our next rest stop, and you can see full our group in the distance. I found a great spot to capture the sunset, and it is just breathtaking. The sand here has strange pinkish tone, and as I have already mentioned, it is incredibly fine. It is like a stepping in mud, you sink right in. As twilight falls, the hot air quickly cools down. Our last stop in the desert camp, set up for tourists on the caravan tour. In the center there is a stage for performances and the tables are arranged in traditional nomadic style, with pillows instead of chairs. At first I thought it would be uncomfortable, but I was wrong. It's surprisingly easy to sit, even to recline while watching the show. I have never ridden camel before, and it was definitely an experience. It's not easy as it looks, especially compared to riding a horse. Camels are tall and their movements is very different. Even just getting on and staying balanced when they stand up is a challenge. Of course, locals guides didn't let us control camels ourselves, but even being a passenger was tricky. I don't want to say I'm an expert on horseback riding, but after trying it a few times, I can tell you this was a whole different experience. Back at the stage, the performance were in a full swing. The first performer were skirt embedded with the lights and spun around with drums. How he didn't get dizzy, I will never know. Next up was a fire juggler, a common sight in Arabic performances. It is incredible how they handle burning objects without getting burned. My favorite part was the fire walker. He used a long flaming bar to do fireworks on the ground. It was mesmerizing. And of course, no Arabic performance would be complete without a belly dance. Seeing it performed here, in its cultural context, is something truly special. With the dinner and performances wrapped up, we headed back to the cars and left the desert behind. Thank you for watching, don't forget to write down today's 5 vocabulary words, and I'll see you soon in our next adventures.